Ulysses Campbell.
I'm Andy Hirschberger.
And of course, you're probably wondering why our stalwart Patrick Michael Strange isn't here with us at Jeppy's Entertainment Museum. But don't fret, he is actually with us in spirit. He is just elsewhere getting a special interview for you. So stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
Dude!
You're late, man.
Oh, man. Oh, hey, Andy. Hey, Yuli. I guess I'm late to make it out to the museum. You know, I've been burning this midnight oil to just get us all these great events lined up and all these creators. Guess the time got past me. You know what, though? I got something for us. Since I'm late, I got some friends around here. How about... Oh... my man Bruce Dwayne, he's revamping Cloud Eagle. We gotta listen to that guy. We'll be right back after this, and I'll have some friends over, and I'll have some content for you guys. Come back. This is Two Guys in a Comic Book.
Hi, I'm Steve Jeppy, and I'd like to welcome you to Jeppy's Entertainment Museum. In 1974, I quit my job as a letter carrier at the U.S. Postal Service and opened a small comic book store in the basement of a TV repair shop. Little did I realize that from that humble beginning would grow this incredible pop culture collection you see here today. At the center of that collection is the comic character, the Brownies, Buster Brown, Mickey Mouse, the Lone Ranger, Superman, Barbie. These are just some of the characters who've made a tremendous impact on our individual childhoods while at the same time shaping our collective experience. As you wander through these halls, you will see the history of the country and our changing society reflected in those characters and the media through which they entertained us. Why are these characters so important to us? Perhaps it is their power to distract us. They've brought us relief in times of trouble, like the Great Depression and World War II. Today, they help us escape the pressure and stress of our ordinary, everyday lives. But there's more to it than that. These characters have played a large and largely unrecognized role in our education. Batman comic books helped me to learn to read when I was 5 years old. Thanks, big guy. But where to build it? When I toured Camden Station for the first time in 2003, I realized I had finally found the home these characters so richly deserved. Abraham Lincoln passed through this building 4 times. When Babe Ruth left his boyhood home of Baltimore to play for the Boston Red Sox, he took a train from this very station. Today, the first floor houses sports legends at Camden Yards, a science center, to the Walters Art Gallery and Museum of African American History and Culture, to the restaurants of Fells Point and Little Italy. Baltimore has something for everyone. I urge you to visit all of those places and experience everything this magnificent city has to offer. But first, I'd like you to take a trip with me in my time machine to discover or revisit all the wonderful characters, friends I call them, that have shaped our popular culture. And don't be afraid to say, hey, I had that when I was a kid. I do it all the time.
Welcome to Two Guys in a Comic Book. We're coming to you from Jeppy's Entertainment Museum in beautiful downtown Baltimore. Of course, I've got my good friend Andy Hirschberger with me, and I'm Ulysses Campbell, and we're at Two Guys in a Comic Book and ready to go. So, now, let's see. What is the big event that's coming up for comic book fans very soon? What could it be?
Flying mammal.
Winged rodents. Do I sense...
Mighty Mouse.
Actually, I'd love to see that, but no, wrong. It's the Dark Knight.
Oh, very nice.
The Caped Crusader. I always sort of preferred him as the Caped Crusader. This Dark Knight stuff, left me a little cold.
Nolan is trying to make it a little cold. The film noir Batman, and it's doing very well.
Where people are responding exceptionally well to this film.
I think that as a Batman fan, it's really nice to see that we're in an age that he has become possibly the most iconic of all the superheroes, individual superheroes at this point. Although when Zack Snyder gets a Superman movie out, maybe we'll see something different.
Yeah, shockingly so, though, because I remember, again, being, old guy when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I remember when Chris Reeve debuted in Superman the movie back in 1978.
And the man can fly.
Hey, and I did, but the thing with that movie was it made you so hopeful, optimistic about superhero movies. I mean, because this was, the Salkinds really left it all on the screen there with what they did. And Richard Donner, I thought, did an incredible job of directing that picture. I mean, everybody was just great. And, you felt as if you were on the cusp of some new fabulous thing that Superman was going to take you to. But as you pointed out, it turned out to actually be Batman that took us where we were trying to get to. So,
Well, it is a shame. The Donner film is, in my humble opinion, and maybe this is showing my age as well, the greatest of all the superhero films. I mean, hands down, I've never been as overwhelmed by a superhero movie, as much as I have that one. Now, I love the other ones, don't get me wrong, but that one, it's just...
I agree with you. And we'll have to come back to that because, of course, we've got Patrick Michael Strange. Hey, Patrick!
Hey, Patrick!
Yeah, who is with Bruce Dwayne.
Talk about serendipity.
I know.
Hey guys, welcome back to Two Guys in a Comic Book. Right here with me, my good friend, I haven't seen him since my days at Anime USA, Bruce Dwayne. How you doing, Bruce?
Thanks for having me on here.
Good to see you, man. So, what have you been up to, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, just kind of refocusing my talents. I was doing good in some things, but you can only do a hobby for so long, so you gotta really start forging on it. So I've been honing the artwork outside of that, martial arts, photography, photo manipulation.
Oh, yes.
And trying to package it all together into, well, what's Claudio?
Exactly. I've been loving this stuff I see online, and now seeing this and hearing that you're going to revamp Cloud Eagle. How can you make something cool even cooler? What can we expect from Cloud Eagle?
Well, it's always a dream to actually get something done, but after a while you realize where I go to from here, it became such a pain. I'm always like, if I'm more fretting about it, oh, I need to get this done, I need more people to look at it, what's the person doing? It's no longer fun. So after I kind of refocus myself, like, I'm doing this for myself, I want people to enjoy it, but they're not going to enjoy it if I'm not enjoying it. So this time I kind of actually sat down, studied how movies are done, scripts are done, tracked everything down. I saw the original layout, storyline. It's actually been going on for about 5 years now, and every time I cringe looking at the artwork, I'm like, but actually I see it progressing, and the story's like, wow, this is actually good. Then I remember, oh, this is mine. I need to do so much better. So now I'm at the point where, like, no, I want to do it one more time, and I can't worry about if it's always perfect or not. I got to get it done. Go on to the next one, and just hopefully keep going from there.
Well, I can't wait to see it. I've been following you online, even though we haven't been talking so much because we've been so busy with everything we're doing. But I've been seeing your stuff on Model Mayhem, some of the photography stuff, and then knowing that you're also a great, an insane martial artist. Let me tell you, I've seen some of the stuff online, and just how you've been integrating the two in some of the web strips I've kind of seen that you've kind of been playing with, and now here's Cloud Eagle. It's revamped for the uninitiated. Tell them what Cloud Eagle is about. What can the fans expect from Cloud Eagle?
Thanks. Well, Cloud Eagle is pretty much my take on martial arts and video games. How is it that you have regular people fighting, and then suddenly you have this chi manipulations kicking in? And if you look at tournaments from the old school, it's always very and nowadays you see people doing these triple flips that are actually real, that you see some from the Matrix. What if, so as styles actually progress, what if the body actually learns to start manipulating the chi? So the people who do that now are called cheaters, playing on the word chi, CHI-TER. Thanks for laughing about it. And so pretty much this is like the urban groups of it, sort of like the Turtles. Love that superhero element, but I don't want them in the spandex, but you still want to do that aspect of it. So that's what I'm doing with this. Is like this is the premier group, and so they're not just, we must stop this crime. How do they interact? And I'm just having fun with it, trying to expand upon it, try to get a little more writings underneath it, because part of the fun of it is you have grotesque, over-the-top violence like Mortal Kombat, but then you have spiritual undertones where I mention Jesus and other things, and nothing's better than I show to conservative people. these people are punching, how dare you? So to someone who likes anime, you have someone praying with it. I'm offending both people. I gotta be doing something right. But that's not the purpose of it. I just do what I love about it. So
And that's what you gotta do. You gotta follow your heart.
Thank you. So the purpose of it, it's those though there are undertones of it, but like Daredevil has all the Catholic backdrops. Nightcrawler's the father for the X-Men. That's just an aspect of it. In martial art movies, my cream style over your snake. I'm not pushing this style is better than that one. No. This is just a subplot of it. So people are going to be punching. People, when they die, they're not coming back. But it's looking at aspects that are really different. For like, all the characters are biblically named. Everyone thinks, if you're biblical, you got to be Flinders. Hi, dilly dilly. No, they were like the Archangel Michael. They were fighters, and so the characters are street named for things, such as like Golgotha, the place of the skull. That's where Jesus was crucified. Magadah, the team leader. That's where Armageddon's supposed to take place. Forbidden fruit, the girl that no one better dare touch. Miracle, the cute kid. Godspeed. Modeled after myself, I might add. So he's a fast fighter. So part of it, all that, is just to have fun and just have different elements where I have all my passions into this one story. I like artwork, I like martial arts, I like biblical aspects. I just want to do something that if I could take everything and mash it into one thing, I think this is what it would actually be. Even the colors of the uniform, the black and gold, are based off of my main martial art itself.
Awesome. I really like the black and gold because my high school colors were black and gold. Goose Creek Gators. All right, but anyway, wow. I can't wait. What formats will we see the book in? Or will it be single issues, trade paperbacks? The digital format's popular now. Will we see it on iPad and?
Well, right now I'm trying to get I'm trying to get my cloudeagle.com back set up, but until I can do that, it's killing me. So Facebook Cloud Eagles. I'm always going to have an updated page once a week, and then after that, hopefully I can get the Cloud Eagle site up. Once that's going, I'd love to go straight to digital format and to publish books. When I do it on the on digital, it'll be tones like manga, but with the gold highlights, which has been the trademark look of it.
That's cool.
And then I'd actually like to go full color once it's printed.
Excellent. So Cloud Eagle, can't wait for that. When can we expect it?
It actually literally started last week.
Oh, awesome.
So one of the things I enjoy doing.
Check it out.
I'm new at this. He was nice enough to be the first one to promote me. Your check is in the mail. One of the things for it is all the characters. I love hitting different genres. So you have Hong Kong cinema. So one of the guys, he's going to have the guns. One of them is more Batman and Robin oriented. Other one is the cutesy kid, Cloud Eaglet, to make fun of that. Other one will be more the traditional kung fu for when they go back to the Orient. And this way I just get to play on the different aspects. And literally last week I started with Miracle, and I'm doing a more fan-friendly one just to get people interested into it. Try to do something which I'm not used to doing because I'm actually always to gore and hard stuff. If I can do something the family can enjoy, then I know I can go do from there. But right after that, the Prey for the Prey is literally how they have like a martial artist a tournament where you always have the extreme zombies. Well, literally, what if all the martial artists there have become like zombie-esque? I don't want to use the term or ride the coattails of everyone using zombies. So once more playing on biblical aspects, unborn again. So literally, pretty much.
That's funny. That's cool.
So literally what that is like when the cheater is someone who can manipulate the chi. Color belt is someone who has the potential to do it, but not quite there yet. So when this kind of disease hits out, which is called the forked tongue, they're the baddies of the group. And then when they let it out, if someone is not a martial artist, they don't have enough chi, they're unaffected. If someone is a color belt or a cheater, they're going to be affected by it, but if they're a cheater, they can overcome it, and that's what's going to be part of the fun. Almost looking at it from a video game point of view. You're stuck in there, how do they get out of it? And so you have a few innocent people there, and then so it actually has two characters in there. One of them, the cute little kid, is based on Mackenzie Emery, adorable little 11-year-old who can do flips like you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
I have her named Hallelujah, and my character, Godspeed, has got to be gotta make myself cool in the comic because I can't do it in real life. Gotta do it somewhere.
That's cool.
So he's actually going to be protecting her, and it's the old standard like, well, why does the guy actually want to care or protect her? And I think it actually shows a little different aspect of why he's actually protecting her. Why is there a kid sidekick in instead of just having someone brought along? There's actually a purpose of why she's doing it. Such as the next level of Dragon Ball Z, you gotta keep going up. So for cheaters, you have champion cheaters who can actually manipulate the chi in the physical form, and then you have a chaos cheater, which she'll be is literally, she's the nth degree. Imagine if you have adrenaline running 10 times constantly. She has to let it out. That's what's going to make her an unstoppable little spitfire.
Awesome, awesome. I think with the success of Legend of Korra, Avatar, all the anime and manga that's really being promoted now lately, this is going to be fitting right in there. Hopefully, rising above those guys. I'd like to see my boy, with this product. I know you believe in it, and I know with all the things they're integrating, it's going to be awesome. So I can't wait.
All right, now, Bruce, welcome. Quick question for you. How did Cloud Eagle start?
Let me tell you about. No, sorry, I digress. Plotting pretty much is just when I started getting out of the superhero phase. I've been drawing the case for so long. I actually tried wanting to do something a little different, and then when I really started following Hong Kong cinema films, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Brandon Lee, I wanted to do my own take on it. And so literally I did that, but then I still wanted to have that kind of uniform feel for like something a little bit over the top anime-ish, and that's how the black and gold signature looks came about that.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you for enlightening us on that.
It's like these what do I say, origin stories. They're fascinating. Just the way the creative mind works. This is really cool.
And it's really something because you got to have that origin. That is so. I mean, that's key to all these characters. But another question for Bruce. No. Oh, sorry. Yeah. On that note, we're going to have to break for a quick break.
Okay.
But don't you go anywhere because we'll be right back for Two Guys and a Comic Book.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
It started small. Then it went global. Gamers from North America coming together with gamers from all around the world, from all walks of life, getting together to play games for 24 hours and raise money to help cure sick kids. With all funds raised staying local with Children's Miracle Network hospitals and partner hospitals internationally.
I've always been telling people it's funny. I think it's definitely easier just conceptually to do an Avengers movie than it is to do a JLA movie.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I while you're with the League, I would say I'm more with the Avengers. Although I love both. It's hard to pit the two against and have to choose.
Right.
It's like Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, because they both have the things to love about them.
Exactly.
But to me, I can just recall so many stories that happened with the Avengers.
Yeah.
Right.
And then like being the fact that the Avengers are set in our world. There's recognizable things like New York City,
Right.
All of that. Whereas
Yeah.
you can't really relate with Metropolis. You can say maybe Metropolis is Chicago
And
or
I
New York.
completely agree
that's
with
what
you
I
on that
can really
aspect. I mean,
touch
if
with.
you're gonna do a movie, I would definitely lean towards doing an Avengers movie over a Justice League movie because Justice League is kind of almost like the Greek gods of myths. I mean, you have all of these major characters. They're like these godlike characters. You can't really relate to them like you could with the Avengers. These are almost like normal people that are just kind of like a super cop team.
Welcome back to Two Guys and a Comic Book. I'm Ulysses Campbell.
I'm Andy Hirschberger.
And you know who you are. We're still here at Jeppy's Entertainment Museum, and we were in the midst of a conversation about DC movies, and I liked where you were going, but I want to throw this in because we were talking about Superman and Batman and the iconic nature of these characters. And hey, don't get me wrong, I love the Avengers. I love Marvel Comics, but the superhero movie that I have always wanted to see is the Justice League of America. And I was so disappointed when we hadn't gotten to that yet. And I think that DC should be ashamed of themselves that they let Marvel come out with the Avengers before they came out with the Justice League movie, because it was all there to be had. We had Superman with Chris Reeve movie. You know, they had proven they could do Batman. There was an institutional memory that existed behind the Linda Carter Wonder Woman TV series. We've just had a Green Lantern movie. The Flash was a TV series back in the early 90s.
Mark Hamill was on that.
You know, as the trickster. You know? Excellent memory there, Andy. So I don't see why we can't have a Justice League movie right now. I want it right now.
Josh Whedon, get that script going.
But we're still looking with our friend Andy. We're still looking with our friend Patrick Michael Strange, and he is still with Bruce Dwayne. And now, Bruce, another question for you. Who is it who inspires you?
George Perez, New Teen Titans. Grew up loving Robin, where everyone always makes fun of the character and shorts. The way he had it degrees was intense, detail, the anatomy that was inside of it, and then and currently merged into my work at Jay Lee. The way he uses the solid blacks and the thin line works, mixing them both together. That's the biggest influences for myself. Just visually different.
Awesome.
Well, I'm profoundly moved by Bruce's answer. You know, it sort of makes me sort of wax poetic about inspirations. You know, Andy, who did you find inspirational?
As a superhero or a general character?
Well, either. You know, what was your greatest inspiration?
Well, for the superheroes, it was always Batman. It was always the guy who built him up from his bootstraps. Classic Americana. Here's a man who was, even though he was from millions, he didn't use his money to become what he became inside. His spiritual character, this Avenger, to right wrongs. I always felt that was probably the most accessible of all the heroes. And whereas things had become not as clear-cut as they were when I was a kid, and they were never this clear-cut to begin with, he wasn't a vigilante in like the sense that he would go and kill. He would take in and have incarcerated the people. So he was still on the side of what was moral justice. He grew up to be moral justice.
Decided good guy.
And yourself?
Well, you know, as corny as it sounds, I've been a Superman guy. You know, I mean, Superman and Batman, but there was something about Superman. You know, I mean, he was the one who was going to be, you know, in the light and the sunshine and standing there to right wrongs, and you know, with this incredible power. And yet, for all that, inside, he was essentially a farm boy from Kansas. And you know, with that, you know, simple homespun wisdom that the Kents gave him, you know, a work ethic. You know, and those were the things that I sort of found inspirational. You know, because you know, who doesn't get excited by the thoughts of home and hearth? You know,
It's true, and he had a home to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Batman, not so lucky.
Yeah, but you know, they did share a certain common ground. And I thought about this in Kingdom Come. You remember that fabulous work, you know, Watershed? But there was a point where Superman and Batman were talking, and Superman said, "Hey, Batman doesn't want to see anybody die." And, you know, for all the, you know, because Batman will play rough with you. He'll play mighty rough with you. But ultimately, that's all it is. He's just going to, he won't actually drop you over the side of that building that he's hanging you over.
No, unless he's the 1939 Batman. Then he's going to...
Yes, then he's going to drop you.
So, if you see Batman in 1939, don't bet on living.
Mm-hmm. Well, he carried a gun back then, too, though.
Yeah, and then the Earth 2 Batman had one for a while too afterwards in the 70s, but that Earth 2 would never like to use it the way that we would expect it today. Anyways, so
well, and with that, Andy, we're going to take another break. Back to my partner in crime, my man on the road, Patrick Michael Strange. Take it away, Patrick.
Hey guys, we're back from the break. Still have my man Bruce Dwayne here, Cloud Eagle. Got 2 more questions for you, my man, before we get out of here, because I know you got work to do on getting these awesome books out there. Who are you inspired by now? What are you into? What are you collecting?
currently right now, I gotta be the fanboy for Nightwing.
Nightwing, the new 52.
Yes, the new 52. No
All
matter
right.
what, sadly, I will follow him. It's just everyone's got to have something that's just a pure fun love. That's it. But just visually and storytelling wise, I Vampire.
Vampire. Oh yeah.
Because again, it breaks outside the norm of superheroes, and it's just so well done. The art, it's just so kind of like really dark. But outside of that, also I've been trying to always see some like independent stuff that's out there. I always want to try to support someone like that.
All right. Okay, well, I have one question for you because I'm a big Marvel guy and I'm loving the 52. My favorite title is Aquaman. Promote. I'm loving Aquaman.
Gotta agree with that one.
Who would have ever thought Aquaman was cool? But anyway, I've said that on the first show. I'm saying it again on the second show.
Aquaman has been in the top 10.
I love
New
Aquaman
Worlds.
right now. But anyway, Jeff Johns is going to owe me a lot of money for as much as I'm promoting Aquaman. Anyway, I'm loving iVampire. I'm loving Nightwing. The DC 52 is kicking it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I'm digging it. But I got to ask you, being a Marvel guy, AVX is going on right now. Avengers versus X-Men. Whose side are you on?
Gotta go with the mutants. I'm
Mutants.
always there for the underdogs, and the way they've got it though, Cap and all of them believe it's something to bring them down. You gotta be optimistic. Scott thinks the Phoenix is going to bring them back up, and the Phoenix, Eagles, the wings,
Of
the feather,
course.
gotta stick together.
Of course. All right, this is my man Bruce Dwayne. Bruce, thank you so much for coming out. It's good to see you again, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
Cloud Eagle, coming out soon. It's on Facebook.com. Give us where they can find it at. Well, let's leave them with that.
Alright, cloudeagle.com, there's 5 years worth of stuff. You can go back and read it. I will get the navigation working better in the future. You just look up Cloud Eagle on Facebook, so facebook.com/cloudeagle. Go ahead and like it, comment on it. There's always like a daily sketch that's thrown up. I love to get people's opinions. I just want to interact with the fans. If you like something, you don't like something, that's what drives it. I want to have something that you would simply enjoy reading. And I'm always on a DeviantArt under Sifu Eagle, and that's it for now.
That's Bruce Dwayne. Two guys in a comic book. We'll be right back.
Wasn't that a great show, Andy?
I'm very impressed.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. I've had a fabulous time.
I think that was
I can't believe where the time goes.
amazing.
It seems like we just started this.
it's like a few seconds ago, and now boom, it's over.
I know, but it was a fabulous show.
I agree. I was very impressed. It just moved along smoothly. Patrick really knew where he was at all points. The conversation went great, and his fear of being attacked did not come to pass. So good luck with that, Patrick.
And we also had Bruce Dwayne.
Oh, well,
Bruce
yeah.
Dwayne.
Bruce
on a
Dwayne.
show about Batman. You can't make stuff like this up, people.
It's almost like Bruce Dwayne.
Yeah.
It's like, not to make fun of anyone's name.
No, we would never do that.
No, it's not good.
Very bad taste.
Well,
Thank you much for joining us, and be sure to tune in again to Two Guys and a Comic Book. Bye.
hasta la vista.
Baby.